Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here in a daze. Basically, I work 6 days a week at my official job, and then yeah, you have one day off. But when you only have one day off, technically that's not having a day off because your body hasn't had a chance to recover. From all the things you do at work and just the mental aspect of it, and then plus on my day off I still work. I do other things. So technically, I haven't had a day off, like just a day to do nothing for myself in like what 5 months. It's finally caught up to me. I'm finally acting like a zombie, like literally. I haven't been to sleep today, but I don't remember a big chunk of the day. I'm being so serious. It's like it's this weird zombie like state I get in, and it lasts for a couple hours. But I don't fall asleep though. It's like I just kind of sit there like in a daze, and I sometimes have rational thoughts. A lot of times not. I'll put a video game on and like I'll play it every 5 minutes. I mean, I'll play it for 5 minutes and just kind of sit there for like 20 minutes. Play for 5 minutes, sit there for 20 minutes. It's kind of like being high, actually. And so and then I get like these bursts of like I guess second winds where I kind of am like extra hyper like I am now, I guess. But that's just the surface, the underlying. If you scratch it, it's like, oh, he's tired, dead and sad. No, but anyway, it hasn't affected the important things. I have still do all the things I want to do. It's just I've been going through these phases of like being a zombie, and then even at work, like I can fall asleep standing up. So I've fallen asleep standing at work a couple of times. But like once again, all this stuff is on film, so they see me acting weird. No one said anything, and then if someone says something, I'm like, well, I haven't had a day off in a couple of months, so it's like I'm kind of like suffering, but not in a bad way. When I mean suffering, I mean my work performance, which whatever. Um, I had a point to that, but I forgot because I'm just so out of it. But anyway, I am shocked that I still haven't had any questions from the listeners of this show. I mean, none of you have a topic that you want me to cover or just anything to talk about? Or I've come to realize that no one actually listens because I've said this in plenty of shows, asking someone, "Hey, is anything you want me to cover or talk about? Say it. I will post it. Is there a story you want to hear?" But no, I mean, and trust me, I don't have a shortage of material. I'm just, it's just fun if someone makes a request. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll do that, just because it's just something to do. But it is what it is. So like, I've decided to actually do nothing. See, like I'm hyper, but like like I said, like I'm still brain dead. So it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to do basic stuff. Oh yeah, but anyway, so this season of the When I Have Spare Time podcast, it's coming to an end. Each season, I roughly do a minimum of 60 shows. Okay, we have about 6 shows left. And so I usually discuss this during the first show. But anyway, the thumbnail is Wang Young. She's a K-pop idol from the group IZ*ONE, or some people say IZone, but I think they pronounce IZ*ONE. I'm pretty sure they broke up. They're one of those K-pop groups that were formed on a survival show. Where like whatever they had like. I didn't see the show, but let me just, they have like 50 contestants. Okay, I don't know if that's what they really had, but they have like 50 contestants. And then like, they all do, they split them up into teams and do individual contests, and just try to put the best singers and dancers together and all this stuff to make like a super group out of all these 50 girls trying out. And all these girls, I think it was an 11-member group, I think. They formed, they became iZone or IZ*ONE, and they became really popular for like 2 years, and then they disbanded because the contracts ran out. Anyway, Won Young was like the center and the visual of the group. She's very pretty, she's Chinese, and of course I use the thumbnails to each season. I use a K-pop idol that I want to sleep with, because it's like some of these idols are just there for sex appeal. And yes, I there are some idols I only like because they're attractive. Hence, like I always talk about Yuna Shin from Mitzi. Like I first saw her back in 2019, and I saw her in the Icy video. I'm like, dude, that chick is hot. Like that's a fucking sexy woman right there. Like Yuna Shin, I want to bend over a couch and just have some fun. But I first liked when I saw her in the Icy video, which is like the debut video. But like when she was sitting on that rooftop and down, or when she was on the rooftop on that like complex in downtown LA, acting all sexy, I'm like, dude, that's that's for me. And I'm like, this girl knows what she's doing. Like she knows how to look at the camera, like she's doing something else. She's always looking up. You ever noticed that? But anyway, Unishin, you can get it. If I ever see Unishin in public, I am going to smile. But anyway, I will do a show about the cover girl, about Won Young, just so we can get the information about her. I don't know why I've waited 55 shows in to do this, but I would do it relatively soon. I promise, just because I've done it with every other thumbnail that's been on the podcast. And then, of course, I will work on the next 20 shows of the best of, because between each season, what do? We post 20 more best of shows and add it to the best of list. Right now, the best of when I have spare time podcast has the 20 best shows from each season of 1 through 4. So I'm gonna add the 5th season after I am finished with this season of season 7. I hope everyone has enjoyed season 7. I mean, it's not over yet, but and once again, every season has been slightly different. This season has been mostly vlogs instead of me sitting here just talking to the mic, and just because the vlogs are easier and faster because it's a different recording process. But you have to remember, half the fun of doing these things is using the equipment I bought. And when I say equipment, it's not like I have $1,000 equipment. I'm talking into a microphone. This is a new mic. Yes, I told you I switched mics a couple of shows ago. This mic is new. It's just it's a basic mic for podcasting and streaming. It only costs like $40. Yeah, and I haven't spent a lot. I'm not trying to spend a bunch of money on this. So like when I say I spend money on it, I'm not like, oh my god, I'm $10,000 in. It's like, no, I'm like a couple $100 in. But it's like you buy the equipment like you want to use it, and then like after I've used this microphone for a long time and have gotten used to it, I'll buy a slightly more expensive microphone. That's the way I'm going to do this. And then I am going to save up. I'm currently saving up. I'm going to get like a really, really good computer, so I can. I mean, I have a new laptop, but I don't want to use that. I'm going to get a new computer, and so I can do better like like live streaming and stuff. Because this computer's kind of old. It works fine. Okay, this is my dad's computer. Obviously, he passed away. I mean, he died of old age. He passed away in his sleep. He was a great guy. Have nothing bad to say about him, but this computer was like top of the line, like a long time ago. Okay, and so I just want to get a top of the line, PC, just so I can play games too on it and stuff. I can play games on this one too, but it's just time to get a new computer. I haven't determined all that. I'm going to save the money first, which the money is easy to save. That's not the issue. It's just I don't know what I want. Like I don't do I want to get a gaming? I'll probably get a gaming computer because they make those top of the line anyway, and I can do everything on it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get a gaming computer, just so I don't have to deal with the graphics card nonsense. And yeah, and I'm gonna try to get the most, like. I think this computer years ago cost $1,000, but that was a lot for a computer back then. And so so if I spent that much money on one now, it would probably be twice as good as this one, because you know how technology just doubles in efficiency usually. But I'm just sharing with you guys. But I know no one really cares. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.